You have 2 dogs,
Two
correct?
dogs, yes.
Okay.
Billie Jean and Bob Costas.
Okay, now, let's walk us through here.
Let's talk about it.
One dog is named Billie Jean King?
After Billie Jean King, yes.
Okay, and the other dog is named?
Bob Costas.
Okay.
After Bob Costas.
Okay, after Bob Costas.
You would assume, yeah.
Okay.
To be totally honest with you, we thought about Rich. But Rich Roddick, it just was
Didn't
too
work?
douchey.
That's okay.
Couldn't do it. Like, I just couldn't name. Can I say that word? No, I can't. I did. I said it. I said it.
You're allowed to say it if it's appropriately applied. You are correct, Rich Roddick.
We can't name a dog Rich Roddick.
But
it just doesn't feel right.
Where did Bob Costas come from?
To be totally honest with you,
Yes.
so I grew up with all rescue dogs. We were just talking about that. And coincidentally, they all had B names when we adopted them. And so when Andy and I got our first dog, we wanted to give her a B name. And so, of course, we are huge fans of Billie Jean, and Andy adores her and knows her personally. So we named our dog naturally after Billie Jean. When we got our second dog, we just loved Billy and Bob, the idea of 2 dogs being Billy and Bob. And so we tried to think of like a tennis Bob, and we thought of an Olympics Bob Costas. And Andy might know Bob. We've never met. Bob Costas and I have never met, but he does know that our dog is named after him.
Well, you've never met Bob?
No, I have not.
Okay, is the actual real live Bob Costas on the line here on the Rich Eisen Show?
Yes, he is.
Are you there, Bob?
Yes, and I'm just calling to check on my namesake. Hello, Brooklyn, but really I'm more concerned with how my namesake is doing.
Hi, Bob Costas. We've never
Brooklyn
spoken
Decker.
before.
No, we haven't, and somehow you've managed, I'm sure, to house train and take care of Bob Costas, and the canine Bob Costas is thriving, I trust.
He has his good days and his bad days. House trained is generous. He occasionally leaves us a present on the couch. I hope you don't do the same. And he just got out of his cone last week. So no, we are not doing a great job raising our Bob Costas. But he is a wonderful, lovely fellow, I'm sure, much like yourself.
And, much like myself, he has his good days and his bad days. And, Rich,
Yes.
Now that I'm no longer doing the Olympics, I'm not going to do the Super Bowl, this may be my single best ongoing claim to fame. That Andy and Brooklyn have a pup named after me.
Well, were you aware, Bob, of the dog being named Bob Costas?
The first time I became aware was when Brooklyn was a guest on The Tonight Show when Jay Leno was still hosting. And she dropped this bit of info on a breathless public, and I happened to be watching.
Come on. I had no idea. That's so funny.
True story.
Are you offended or are you flattered? Because it can go both ways. I mean, English bulldogs are not attractive dogs.
I am so flattered.
Okay,
and
good.
if in fact one were casting some sort of dog movie, the way they did the Cars series.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm Bob Cutlass.
Yes.
And they tried to make the car resemble me in some character kind of way. I don't think one would choose a bulldog to represent me. Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. It may help my street cred in some small way. And that's all the help I can get.
I think they are beautiful, beautiful dogs, if that makes you feel any better. Beautiful dogs.
They are beautiful dogs. They don't seem like a perfect physical representation of me, but I'll take whatever you want to offer. It's all good.
Okay, so it's all good.
Thank you, Bob Costas.
Did you know you had
You're
no
welcome,
idea
Brooklyn
that
Decker.
when you were informing Jay Leno,
I had no idea.
you were also informing Bob Costas?
I had no idea. And Bob Costas, I can only call you by your first and last name now. So if we meet in person, it will be hello, Bob Costas. You must know that.
I'm ready for it. Thank you, Brooklyn Decker.
Well, I would say Bob Costas stay, but we're out of time, Bob.
Well, thank you, Rich Eisen.
Hey, thanks, Bob.
That is so
there
weird.
you go. That's Bob Costas.
What a surprise.
There you go.
Wow. We've never talked. We've never communicated. So strange.
Now, I would love to say, now, here's Billie Jean King on the phone right now, but
Yeah, no.
that didn't happen.
No, it didn't
but,
happen.
it could have gone Bobby Riggs. Did you guys not think that?
I didn't even, that sort of feels wrong. But no, we didn't even think
But
of that.
If you're
Bob
looking...
Costas feels so right. Like Bob Costas Roddick. Right?
Oh, so is that how you refer? Is it
for sure.
hyphenated? Is it
no,
hyphenated?
it's just Bob Costas is his first name and Roddick is his last name. So we get calls from the vet and they're like, hello, we have Bob Costas Roddick ready for pickup. And yeah, and we call him Bob
That is
Costas.
just
So,
amazing.
and I feel like I love real Bob Costas because I love my dog so much. I feel like I know him.
You know
He's
what?
obedient. He adores me. He has a smell to him, you know? I don't know. Love
snort.
that guy. A snort. I know the sounds he makes. I just love that guy.
Small and harmless.
Now, why was your Bob Costas in a cone?
Oh gosh, he's a mess. Like the real Bob. No, I'm kidding. He's a mess. He had ACL surgery and then he got staph infection, and so we had to get the metal taken out, and that was 2 days after Christmas. It
Wait,
was a
dogs
bit of
have ACLs?
Dude.
Yes, he's had 2 ACL surgeries. Like, what is this? He's a diva. Like, my husband was a professional athlete, and he's never had an ACL surgery. You know what I mean? And my bulldog, who like literally sleeps on a couch all day, has had 2 ACL.
I guess we
surgeries.
should ask Bob how his knees are doing. The actual Bob.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.